It all started with a simple message. 10 years ago, Ethan sent a text to his best friend, Jake. "Hey man, you okay? Haven't heard from you in a while." Jake had been acting strange, distant, reserved, like something was weighing him down. Then, without warning, he disappeared. Ethan tried everything: calls, texts, social media. Jake was just gone. His apartment was vacated, his phone disconnected, and no one knew where he had gone. Over the years, Ethan learned to accept that some friendships just fade away, but he never forgot Jake. Every now and then, he'd look at that last message, still marked as delivered, and wonder what happened. Then, a decade later, Ethan's phone buzzed. It was a message from Jake. "Hey man, sorry, I got lost. Are you still there?" Ethan's heart nearly stopped. He stared at the screen, reading the words over and over. Was this a joke? A hacker? A wrong number? He hesitated before replying, "Jake, is this really you?" Seconds passed, then minutes, then, "Yeah, it's me. I don't know where to start." Jake explained that 10 years ago, he had been struggling with things he couldn't even begin to articulate at the time. A deep depression, mixed with a desperate need to escape, had driven him to do something drastic. He left everything behind. His phone, his apartment, his job, and just walked away. He had no destination in mind, only the need to disappear. He wandered from town to town, taking odd jobs, living in hostels, and sometimes just sleeping under the stars. The weight of the world was too much, and he didn't think he'd ever return. But something changed. One night, sitting alone on a quiet beach in Maine, Jake met an old man who told him something that stuck. The people who love you never stop waiting. It's up to you to walk back to them. That night, Jake found an old, dusty notebook in a second-hand store and wrote down every thought, every fear, and every moment of the past decade. Then, for the first time in 10 years, he powered up an old phone he had bought at a flea market and inserted a SIM card. And there it was, Ethan's last message. Tears welled in Ethan's eyes as he typed, "I never left, man. Where are you?" Moment later, Jake responded, "I think I'm finally ready to come home." 2 weeks later, Ethan stood at the airport, heart pounding, searching every face that came through the gate. Then he saw him. Older, leaner, with streaks of gray in his hair, but still Jake. They stared at each other for a second, and then, without a word, Jake pulled Ethan into a tight hug. No explanation was needed.